Ooh, boy. Oh, man, that was a match. We just watched that. That match had a little bit of everything. Welcome into the PHNX Rising post-game show. Phoenix is a roller coaster uptown and back around, and so are we. I am Max Simpson, and I'm joined by Mr. Owen Evans. Owen, what did we just watch?
Yeah, it was a game, wasn't it?
It was.
Look, it was one of those games that you go into thinking, "Ooh, sorry, I think someone's just
okay?
broken." I'm perfectly fine.
We're broken. We are fundamentally broken.
We're good. We're in better shape. That's looking like Rising set piece defense at the start of the second half. But look, as you look at the game, you go into it. Obviously, you think Phoenix Rising, this is a game they want to target a win, especially given their recent results. You want to try and find a way at getting a win from this game. They go behind 1 minute in. You think, okay, what are you going to salvage from this game?
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, you go in at the break 2-1 up. Completely different game. You think, fine, Rising have finally, it's clicking. We've been waiting for weeks to see this finally click, and finally it looks as though it is. But then, of course, the second half, everything happens. You end up with the 2 goals conceded. You see the red card, and again, you're back in the doldrums. This is going to end terribly. Phoenix Rising is looking like the Phoenix Rising we've seen these past few weeks. It's going to be yet another loss. And no, in the end, Darius Formella with the Panenka.
That was nice. That was nasty, especially that angle straight on. Ooh, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So in the end, a hard-fought point. In the circumstances, you have to take it. It's a good point in those circumstances, but I don't know. I feel as though, look, again, this is something you can build off. This is something you can build off.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think given at where you look at Rising's 4 matches before this, and then you take a look at this one, really, like, this was, in my mind, you'll take it 9 out of 10 times. I mean, sure, you of course want the win, but given all the circumstances, Rising could have been out of this one very quickly in a hurry. The fact that they're conceding 50 seconds in, the fact that they really didn't find their way into this match until, felt like at least the 20th minute before they even started to kind of get something going. But I think that
I'll interject there, Max.
Yeah.
38th minute with the penalty was Rising's first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, even from like a trying to maintain possession standpoint and really kind of build out, the Rising that we've at least grown accustomed to seeing in matches, not even this season, but even just the blueprint of what has made Phoenix Rising what they were in the past season of building that possession, maintaining that midfield core and building through it. We didn't even see that until midway through the first half. And to your point, the fact that shot on target comes so late in the first half, and then you blink and all of a sudden Phoenix Rising's going in 2-1 up at the break. I think it's very easy to point to, hey, Remi Cabral, play the man, start the man, good things are going to happen. And I'm not taking any credit away from him. But I think this was a sustained attack where you really saw, I think, a bit more of a galvanized performance from the midfield. Really seeing Renzo Zambrano especially pushing up, playing a bit more of an unconventional role for him where he really was a bit more of a facilitator. And you kind of saw that Tulsa was trying to put Phoenix under. But once Rising's midfield really stepped forward and say, you can try to press us all you want, but if we're going to carry the ball forward, you're going to have to come with us, really helped open the game. And this kind of got Rising into it a bit.
Yeah, it did. I mean, again, those changes that were made, I think, are something that you can point to for the initial goal conceded. Okay, again, it's mentioned in the chat. There's Stenberg, Lawrence, and Pap haven't played together. There's going to
Yep.
be a little bit of miscommunication there. That's not necessarily a surprise.
Absolutely.
You get it very early, right? I feel as though in that moment, Pap is looking to play the guy offside. It doesn't work out because they're just all over the shop a little bit in terms of the defensive line,
Yep.
not really tracking the runners correctly in that moment. It's miscommunication. And it sets up in the end what is a relatively easy goal. But they do settle down later on. And I tell you
They
what's
do.
interesting, actually, and I'll point to this now in the defense. Obviously, late in the game, moving out of chronological order a little bit here, Max, but late in the game, we see a change to a back four. Now, that's
Yep.
a change out of necessity. It comes because Emil Cuello has been sent off.
Yep.
You don't really have much choice at that point. You've got to work out where are you going to drop a man? Where are you going to? The subs are made. How are you going to work that out? Well, in this case, you end up with a back four, something we've heard thrown around a little bit recently.
Yep.
It's something that I know that Danny told me after the game. It's something they've considered in the past, thought
Yeah.
about it a little bit. And obviously, right, again, we've seen these last few performances. Everything's pretty much been on the table as to how you turn things around. But as you're looking at this, I thought they did reasonably enough when they had their backs against the wall in that moment to show
Yeah.
that back four can work with this team.
No, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think it's, we'll definitely get into it, and this is more of a next week conversation, but just from a very quick point of view, what do you think of the starting 11?
I understood it. Still maybe needed a little bit more from the midfield. I'm not sure. They were a little bit slow to get into it. Look, at the end of the day, though, I'll cut them a little bit of slack on the first half attacking, in part because, oh my gosh, that pitch was awful.
Dude, this is why we're saying you're going into this match and you're telling me,
and they were
you're
attacking the bad end.
You're gonna get a combined 6 goals from this match. This match,
Well, 4 of them
season,
were set pieces.
Even still, man, that's just. I don't even care. I mean, that's just the fact that these teams were even threatening that far deep for that many times. It was kind of a gross match in a weird way. But yeah, I agree. The lineup, definitely good to see some of the guys back.
Yep.
Some guys getting their
Stenberg
first
back, of
start.
course, huge.
That's
huge,
massive.
huge.
Getting him amongst others getting their first starts of the season. So we love to see it. Let's actually dive into those numbers for Phoenix Rising. Phoenix Rising, right? Again, it is that 3-3.
Who presents them, Max?
Well, I know is it on the graphic, Jacob?
Yeah, but you have to. There's a read that goes with it.
I know. It's
Shout out
of
producer
course
Jacob.
It's of course presented by Desert Financial Credit Union. I was about to say it, but I'm not going to tee it up, producer Jacob. If it's not on the graphic, how dare we? How dare we?
It is on the graphic.
It is on the
Yeah,
graphic.
it is on there, Max.
This is a horrible look for me now because I don't see it in front of me. I haven't seen it before.
Adman has fallen short.
Anyway, Phoenix Rising, they have the 3-3 draw against FC Tulsa. Expected goals, 1.81 for Phoenix Rising, 1.73 for FC Tulsa. Shots, Rising didn't do great in that department. 10 shots to 21 for Tulsa. Shots on target, 3 for Phoenix Rising, 9 for Tulsa. And
a lot.
Yes, and
A lot.
And possession, 44-56 in favor of Tulsa. It was pretty even across there. Yeah, man, it's, I don't know, one of those things where like I don't even know if the stats you can really look to those. Yes, there were a lot more shots from Tulsa, but it was just again one of those really weird matches where as Rising grew into the game, okay, you're thinking that there could be something here. They might be able to see it out, and really it was that second half red card did kind of kibosh things. Before we get into that, we do of course have to celebrate Phoenix Rising going into this match. 1 goal in their previous 4 matches. They triple that output in 1 match, and a lot of it does have to go with some accolades to our man of the match. It is Mr. Remi Cabral. He is the man of the match, the man of the hour. Big stats here, big numbers guy. 2 goals. 2 goals is what we like to see. That's the important thing here. I think it's not only that, listen, people are very easily going to say penalties, and I totally get like, hey, scored a penalty, whatever. Yep. The positions that he was taking up and the movement that he had inside the box, even just that first touch and that striker's instinct, man, you love to see it.
Yep.
You're definitely missing that a bit.
No, we did. I tell you what, let's actually have a quick listen to a video now, actually. I spoke with Remi Cabral after the end of the game, initially just asking him a little bit about what it feels like to get those goals in that game.
I feel really good. I'm really happy. We wanted the 3 points, but I think it's really good to go back home with 1 point. It was a tough game. So yeah, I'm happy, really happy.
Obviously, you were on a hat trick when that last penalty came up. You give the ball over to Darius. What went into that?
Yeah. I'm not a selfish guy, so yeah, I saw Darius, sorry, he wanted the PK, so he's my friend. I say, you sure? He said yes. So, and a really good PK he scored, so I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it feels good. It feels good. It's a good performance with him. It's something that we've been crying out for this team. Again, this is going to be a bigger discussion on Tuesday of, was this just the number 9 coming back? And was that everything? Short answer on my end, I don't think so. But it's a massive point and so massively grateful to have him back. I do, before we go turn away for just a second, I do have to shout out Scott in the chat. Scott in the chat with a $4.99 super chat.
I'm getting roasted in the chat right now.
You said this game would be a dull 0-0, didn't you?
I did.
How dare you?
I said it was going to be a dull 0-0. I had memories of last year.
To be fair, we all did.
Here in September,
to be
and
fair,
it was
we
a
all did.
dull 0-0 draw. And this team, I didn't think was scoring many goals.
No, I mean,
3-all in the end. Yeah, couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, that's what we call in the industry as brutal. But that actually, I mean, that's very much one of the most entertaining matches of this young season. We are very grateful for it. I am grateful for friends at Circle K. Circle K has everything, as producer Jacob blessing up there off screen. It's absolutely just fantastic, right? Their Inner Circle program. I got a Polar Pop just the other day on my way to work just because I could, just because I can, because I like to save money.
They give up free stuff.
They do like free stuff. I like free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? What are you doing if you don't like free stuff? There's later Circle K, like that direction, right across the yonder from.
Yes, because everybody watching knows what direction that is.
I mean,
there's one somewhere. Now move on, Max.
Anyway, I'm sure there's one in Tulsa as well. Pipe down over there, guy. Circle K, I will never tell them to pipe down because they're just absolutely fantastic in what they do. They got their Inner Circle program. You get saved 25 cents off per gallon on your first 5 fills. You can then save 3 cents afterwards, even up to 5 cents. Dare I say, there's other programs that you can go even further with what they do, but you can also get your 6-item free in terms of pizza, hot roller items, snacks, beverages, everything like that. Again, go to Circle K. All you got to do, download Circle K app, opt into the Inner Circle program with your phone number. Terms and conditions do apply at participating locations. Again, visit CircleK.com for more details. And when you're going to Circle K, you can get our friends at Arizona Lottery. Arizona Lottery, if you're feeling lucky. Well, if you're feeling lucky, punk, huh? Are you? You can play the Arizona Lottery at their AZ Adventure program. Again, super easy to do. Just go to azadventure.com. Multiple ways to win. It's all about giving back to AZ. All proceeds from ticket sales support environmental conservation, among other important initiatives across the state. It's very easy to do. Again, you can check in at 10 geolocated adventures. And yeah, check out 10 geolocated adventures all across the state, from Yuma to Tucson and everything in between. You can play 3 iconic landscapes: Picacho Peak, Monument Valley, and Camelback Mountain. These tickets have prizes up to $50,000. And if you want to be a millionaire, that's a show that I'm not going to say because no free ads. But if you want to be a millionaire, you can enter tickets online for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. Again, all you got to do, visit azadventure.com for more information on how you can take an adventure for a chance to win $1 million in cash and Arizona travel prizes. All righty, Owen, we're talking about ways that we can be a big winner here today. And, Phoenix Rising didn't end up getting the winner here, but who are some winners you think from the player's perspective? We've already noted Remi Cabral in this one. Who are other guys who stood out?
Darius Formella actually putting a Panenka away.
I mean, it was pretty saucy. It's pretty saucy.
It was a good finish. Good finish.
Yeah, puts the ball in the back and then on PKs just like old Max Simpson does. But yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Rocco Rios Novo, as always. Every time it comes down to a game late, Rocco Rios Novo is going to be your guy. Every time those games are close, he's going to find ways to seriously just make stops that he shouldn't be making. He saw it late in the first half as well. We've seen a few of them. Look, this man just makes saves out of nowhere, to be honest. He did.
I'm not going to name him, but a certain producer is currently producing this show. Producer rhymes with producer Jacob. Absolutely,
Jacob. We've already spoken about Jacob.
Absolutely, asked me in the middle of as we're watching this game. Quote: "Is Rocco good?" because he's seeing the score line and he's just thinking, oh, he casual here over things. Oh, 3 goals must be the keeper's fault. Absolutely not. Listen, Rocco absolutely had a very solid performance. And I mean, goodness, we've seen some of those saves. This could have been a lot worse. Rising could have honestly lost that one without him. Shame on Jacob.
They would have. They would have, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll say, do we want a negative standout?
I would, please. That's why we're here.
I give you Remi Quaisho. It's not for his gameplay overall.
Baseball slide?
It's for what on earth was that challenge? You are losing 3-2. You make a challenge like that, sliding in, studs showing, the height on it so late. I mean, I don't know what he's looking for there. You look at that and have to say that, quite frankly, the temperament has to be better. You can't afford to do moments like that. That is, in the end, did it cost Rising a point tonight? No, it did not.
Somehow.
He got a little bit lucky there that his teammates rallied in the way that they did.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of challenge that can, and over the course of a season, will cost your team points. And you cannot be making those kind of challenges in a moment like that. Completely inexcusable.
Yeah, I don't care what you can really say in that moment to defend yourself. That was such a high slide. There is. I mean, I don't think I have
to say to defend yourself. That's stupid.
That's what I'm saying. I can't recall the last time I've seen a quicker. I mean, yes, we've seen quicker reds, but my word, that was just like instantly. You see the referee walking over, and without a doubt, that is absolutely. If it were for a clearer broadcast, perhaps that could have been more of a clear red. But yeah, definitely did not cover himself in glory on that one. Another low light that I know we'll get into a bit further next week, but really the 2 of the goals that Rising conceded, right? We have already talked about the 150 seconds in. Definitely unfortunate, but hey, guys, kind of gelling. You're early in the game. It just. I hate to say one of those that, you don't want to chalk it up to nothing, but hey, you figure one of those will come in time. One that we haven't seen for Rising give up in quite a bit, and yet we saw it on 2 occasions, the old corner kick goal. And from opposite sides, first half and second half, listen, people are going to say, oh, Rocky Rios Novo could have been more of a, smaller guy, for those who aren't watching, but it was a crowded box. What do you think Rising has to do to defend those? Because you're kind of looking at that from their perspective. I mean, he's not really able to get to that. Rising just maybe poor marking. Rising has some tall defenders. What do you make of it?
It's something that they're going to have to look at in training this week. It's something that they're going to have to sit down and I think break down. I mean, look, short term, you're not going to get an answer on that easily. On Rising's side, obviously, you're going to have to really sit down, break down, speak to the guys involved, work out quite who's following who, what's going right, what's not going right. I will say that Danny told me at the final whistle that was the real disappointment tonight, was just the caliber of the set piece defending in those moments, because ultimately that's what lets them down, right? They were riding 2-1 at the point that they concede that first corner. And you can't afford any set piece goal. Any coach will always tell you any set piece goal conceded is just completely frustrating, because there's almost always something you could have done that would have prevented it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's definitely one that's going to be analyzed further. Rising, it was pretty decent on set pieces for the most part last season. Hadn't really seen anything like that. Yeah, you maybe could chalk it up to anomaly, but I mean, here's the thing: we've seen that if a team provides a blueprint, even scoring 1 goal, against Rising, that's good tape for other teams, and especially you're able to score 2. Man, that's tough. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't turn into nothing. Something that I definitely want to turn in from nothing into something. Friends at OG's Brands. That's how money works. That's how currency works. You go down.
It was a Flavoring Friday today.
It is a Flavoring Friday. Yeah, where's the branding for that? Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, anyway. Oh, gosh. You give me a
flavor are you taking this Friday, man?
I'm taking whatever. I'm giving Jacob one with consensually, of course, because he is 21 or over, and he wants one. He whispered it over in my ear. So sweetly, but he wants an OG's Brands gummy right to the dome. I would recommend an Indica because it's been a long day for the Jacob Meister. You can get your hands on an OG's Brands gummy. Again, go to ogsbrands.com or follow them on all socials at OG's Brands. It's absolutely fantastic, super easy to do. They got the minis, the fruits, the creams, the sativas, the big OGs, Pegs RSO, everything like that. Absolutely fantastic. They are right in the middle of Gummy Madness, March Madness, but you know what, folks? Got breaking news. It ended your 2024 Gummy Madness champion. Don't sleep on them. You got to sleep on the Sleep Edition gummy. Get your gummies today. Buy one, get one all week till April 8th. Till April 8th. That is, if my calculations are correct, that is Monday till April 8th. Through then, you can get buy one, get one free Sleep Edition gummies. Again, go to ogsbrands.com to find out where you're able to get your hands on them. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy responsibly. Something that you also have to be 21 years or older if you are partaking in a delicious, delectable beverage. There is our friends at Valley Taproom. Valley Taproom. They got Four Peaks beers, don't they, O?
Yeah.
You're darn right they do. They also have a lot of wine slushies, all different types of delicious goodies that you can sink your taste buds straight into. Valley Taproom. They got 2 locations in Queen Creek and Gilbert. Super easy to get to, especially for friends on the east side of the Valley. They always have fun things, good food, live music, trivia, all that fun stuff. Again, go to valleytaproom.com or follow them on social at Valley Taproom to learn more. All right, man.
You know what we haven't taken yet? We haven't taken taken the
tonight
in Oklahoma, Max. So
I'm not telling you to smuggle him, but yeah.
So we haven't taken Danny's overall thoughts so far from the game. So let's have a quick listen to Danny Stone.
Yeah.
Well, it was a roller coaster of a game, that's for sure. I think it was a game where, at the end of it, we're pleased to get a point there, and we fought hard to get that point. And I have a lot of pride in the team for the way that they bounced back into that game. And going down to 10 men, 3-2 down, is a tough task. And so when I walk off this field tonight, the most I'm going to feel is proud of a group of men who put their bodies on the line tonight and never gave up in the game tonight, and fought very, very hard to earn themselves a point. And at the same time, we'll be a little frustrated maybe that we didn't get more than that, having had a lead at half-time. But I feel probably the way the game went overall, and going down to 10 men to fight back into that and to earn that equalising goal there's a lot of credit should be given to the players there tonight, and I'm very, very proud of them.
I agree. I mean, listen, this was one of Rising's, well, this is such a small sample size, and this is a really low bar, but was this one of Rising's best performances of the season? No, but in another world, honestly, considering that they go on the road to a team that's only played 2 matches, that pitch, you can't even call it a pitch unless you're talking about the baseball diamond that they played on and sodded over. It's not the easiest place to play from that perspective. And they put 3 goals up, and they get a goal back when they're down a man for, 20 plus minutes? That's a pretty good performance when all's said and done. You tell me that beforehand, you walk away with a point? I'll take that.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Look, I feel as though, again, all circumstances considered, a point is a good result tonight. It shows that there was fight in the boys. It shows the fact that they came out, and I think, look, we've seen the fight too little too late at times in the past. I don't think that's what we saw tonight at all from this team. I think they put up a good showing, and I genuinely believe that overall, as you think about it, I think that Phoenix Rising can be proud of the performance tonight that they did put in the end, and they've got something that they can build off of as they look ahead to Colorado Springs, a Colorado Springs team that have struggled to start this season coming up.
Yeah,
in about a week's time.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there. Be interesting, a lot to look ahead to here. Talked quite a bit about this match. Oh, and anything else we want to get into before we go out?
Oh, it's a short one. This one.
Short and sweet. Music to Jacob's ears.
You could go for another 5 to 10 minutes if you wanted.
Oh, you'll let us.
Yeah.
Give me the shorter end of that. I don't know. I feel as though, again, this was a drunk game.
It was a drunk. This game was drunk, just like USL can be.
It can be. I tell you what, if we're doing that, let's just have a quick look. There's a few games tomorrow.
Let's do it.
We can keep our eyes on and those games tomorrow. Colorado Springs.
The Friday game really throws things off.
It does, because no one else played today.
It threw me off.
Earlier.
Threw us all off.
I was thinking earlier today about how you know, it was coming up when I was chatting with Danny Stone earlier about like, oh, when are Colorado Springs playing? And then it was like, oh wait, everyone's tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Detroit City again, North Carolina and Hartford against Miami will open the slate. Then you get later into the day, of course, you end up with Colorado Springs, Sacramento Republic. That one will be interesting to watch because, of course, as a light start going off around me, Colorado Springs are Rising's next opponent. And then, of course, there's a little big thing there about USL getting its first network TV game. Everything's going off here.
Was that a train?
I think it was in the background. There's a train line just down there.
We're off the rails.
Got to cross it to get back to the hotel. But Lou City against Indy 11 in USL Championships network TV debut. They'll be on CBS tomorrow. So, of course, that one. Local match there, of course, those two sides not separated by a whole lot, a couple of hours between them. Be interesting to see what kind of a showing they put out on such a big stage.
Okay. I like that. What is the key matchup you're looking forward to? Is that the
key
one?
matchup I'm looking forward to is me and my flight not being delayed.
Getting out of well, it was Woof, now it's WOF, WOF.
WOF. Yeah, it used to be Woof outside the airport, but now it's WOF.
Oh boy. There is a drunk.
It started with where we feared this game was going to go after the red card, and then it's just kind of a little bit more unhinged after.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. It's very fair. You know, there is a fun little stat dug up by none other than our the stat lackey Reese. And if this doesn't encapsulate the high BAC levels of this game, I don't know what does. But here we go. Fought a nickel for every time that Rising scored its first 2 penalty goals of the season in a single match that ended in a 3-3 draw. I'd have 3 nickels. So this is the third time that Rising has started this season where it scored its first 2 penalty goals in a single match that ended in a 3-3 draw. Mr. Owen Evans, can you name the 2 others? Chat, I will open it up to you as well.
I've got 2 guesses, but I know they won't because they're the same season.
Okay.
San Antonio, New Mexico, one of those 2 in 2019.
You are correct.
Which one was it?
Would you like to put a claim on which one it is?
There were a lot of goals in that San Antonio game, and there were a lot of goals in New Mexico. I don't know which one, mate. It was 3-3 against New Mexico. I know that much. I go with New Mexico. It
is New Mexico. The other one was, and this was a typo from Stylack. He said Montreux, but I think he meant Monterey Bay in 2022.
Oh, yeah. That's a sneaky one because that was late in the season.
That was off the.
That was very late in the season. I remember that. Greg Hurst with a goal in that game as well.
That was off the back-to-back where Monterey Bay missed one at the very last kick of the match. That was wild.
That's insane.
That was wild.
Shout out to Stat Lucky. That is insane.
Stat Lucky's been pulling the good ones.
How has that happened 3 times?
I don't know.
Since 2019.
That's crazy.
Nuts. Absolutely insane. Right, I'm done. Max, sign us, mate.
On that note,
he's broken my head here.
Good job, Stylack. Reese, good job, Stylack. We appreciate everyone joining us here on another episode of the PHNX Rising post-game show. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at PHNX__rising because double the underscore.
Double the chaos. There we go. We'll go with that.
Double the chaos. You can follow me on Twitter at Max David Simpson. You can follow Owen on Twitter at OJEvans18. You can follow Stat Lackey Reese on Twitter at Reese11_. You can follow, you can follow Mr. Kyle, who is not pictured here, but has helped out a ton with everything going on. He honestly watched that match through with me here, in the beautiful confines of Gila River Resorts and Casinos. He talked me off a ledge when I thought we were going to give up the go-ahead goal. But anyway, you can follow Kyle at K-Coop Sports. Yeah, let's go. And you can follow Jacob Franklin. I think he's on I think he has like a DoorDash account. You can search his name there and find him.
Send me money. Hell yeah.
You can follow him on Yelp.
Do not send Jacob Franklin money via a platform that we shouldn't be naming because no free ads, Max.
This is getting a look. You can follow him on MySpace. How about that? There's a free ad that doesn't exist anymore. But till then, it is a beautiful game. But it's way more beautiful when we get a little chaos. Shakes things up. Have a good night, everyone.
We all silly like the mayor.